across live to Mr. Liu Zhiqin from Chongyang Institute for Financial Studies at Renmin University of China. Mr. Liu, talking about China's food security, first of all, explain to our global viewers the magnitude of China's efforts, or can be fairly called China's achievement, in ensuring food security for its 1.4 billion people, which accounts for 20% of the world population, with only 9% of the world's arable land and merely 6% of the world's fresh water.
I should say that this issue or the question is so important and very crucial for China's development, not only for today's China, but also for the future. As you mentioned, that 1.4 billion people with less 6% of the global land, arable land, that to feed such huge population, we need truly that many efforts that to support such efforts. As we know that in the past years, China has concentrated its efforts to put the people's life and the people as the priority. So to safeguard the food supply chain is more important than anything else. As we know that in the past 3 years, that the geopolitical tension and the conflicts made the food security more serious and more crucial for many countries, especially for China. But we're very likely that China, fortunately, we have noticed such an issue, and also we put the food security issue as always the first priority in the state policy level. I think during this conference, you can mention that, or you can know that one thing is very important. One word is frequently that reiterated, that is accountability for all party and government levels and cadres. So in order to safeguard all this food security, not only the quantity, but also the quality. As during the conference, we have already seen that how to avoid this possible polluted food that to be brought or sold out in the market, how to ensure that people that have a good life with high quality of food supply. So I think in China we have many challenges to deal with this problem, but I believe and we are very optimistic that China's authority and all the professional team, they are eager and they are keen to make more measures and more effective efforts to protect our food security.
So having said that, what role can technology play in those massive efforts you just mentioned?
Yeah, that's a very important issue. As we know that, of course, in order to safeguard our food security, we have 3 measures. One is that to diversify our supply chain. And the first thing is that to rely on ourselves. But the third, as we know, that is very important, the technical innovation, especially during this, from the very beginning of the grain growing to the storage, the whole processing covers all different technologies. For instance, for the grain storage or grain transportation, how to protect these grains and not to be polluted or contaminated by some special substances to harmful these people's health. So all this technology, how to keep this storage in the right temperature automatically with the humidity and also with a different substances to avoid the polluted and the pollution possibility. So in this way, the high technology, even very traditional technology should be well managed and coordinated together in order to get a better quality of the food, especially when during the special weather conditions, during the special conflicts, maybe we need to have a long time the storage for cool, for low temperature storage technology. So all these points must be monitored and supervised with high tech. So in this way, I think China is well known that in the world that we have already quite good qualified people and qualified talented to make such efforts to keep our agriculture, the food security in more high technically level.
Thank you very much, Mr. Liu Zhiqin in Beijing.